Hello everyone and welcome to the 2022 Augusta Classic presented by the Augusta Disc Golf Association. We are out here in beautiful Augusta, Georgia. I am Felix with Run Productions.
And I am Conrad with Run Productions.
Conrad, we're out here at Lake O with a nice, well-rounded card here for this second round of action.
Yeah, we do have the second round. The first round was played at a different park. And we see the leaderboard here, so we'll have Martin, Braden, Matt, and Tyler on our card for the second round.
This is the MPO Lead Card for this event.
And hole one will start off with a par 3, 310. It's a very versatile shot. You can go backhand or forehand. The main thing is to get around this one tree that is in the middle of the fairway, roughly about 45 feet away from the basket. Get around it to the left or the right. Don't go over the wall. Don't hit the sign. And there you go. You'll be looking at a birdie putt.
Martin Kneece leading the way here. You'll see Martin very well versed in both forehand and backhand. Putting that one out pretty close to you there.
Yeah, a little deep, but should have an easy putt there. It's not extremely windy today.
Yeah, Braden Sides, our first time seeing him on coverage.
Yeah, he cut that a little too close and it gets knocked down in his prime. So he's going to have a difficult looking putt for that second shot.
No stranger to our coverage or the Georgia disc golf scene. Matt Dollar, MVP team captain, ripping a beautiful flex shot there. And Tyler Wozniak, also both backhand and forehand, going with a Sexton Firebird, nice and low, needs some skip.
Nice little hoverboard action right to the basket.
CTP on the first hole.
Oh, he's having to go down. It looks like he's not content with laying it up. He's going to have to run this. Just gave the commitment in the wrong area, I think. A little bit too much angle.
Martin dropping in that birdie. Martin, a fast player. If you watched our coverage recently over at New World, you saw Martin Kneece during the second round making an appearance. Birdie there for Matt Dollar.
Yeah, that may be a little confusing since he played in this first and then.
Yeah.
But the way the coverage comes out, hey, it just happens that way sometimes.
Yeah.
Braden tapping in his par.
He's going to lose a stroke to the card here. It looks like Woz here with a pretty easy tap-in for his birdie.
Yep.
Putting it into 3 out of 4 for the lead card. You would expect to get birdies on this hole here. Good opening hole, good distance, nothing too crazy, but it lets you open up and get a good feel for the course.
Yes.
Come to hole 2. This is a tricky little par 4, 400 feet. There is a risk-reward factor for sure. The right-hand side, you can see that roadway is out of bounds the entire way. This driving path here also out of bounds. This light post here is 150 feet to the pin. You'll see some guys try to basically push past that light post there to give themselves a little bit of a shorter approach or even a look for the eagle here on hole 2.
Yeah, that second landing zone is actually an island. So, I mean, everything around it is OB. Even if you go long, there's OB. So, there's some risk with going for it. The drop zone is actually still in the primary landing area.
Pretty much almost where Dollar ended up is where the drop zone is. Yep. A little bit further up.
Yep.
But Dollar just playing it safe there. Not trying to get too greedy. This needs to stable up quick.
Is it going to hit the... There's no way that's coming back. Yep, that is out of bounds.
Yeah, he's gone over at that pavilion over there near hole 3's tee pad.
With the forehand here, this one flips up. Is it going to catch something? Okay. Oh my! It just falls off the curb. Man, so Dollar's play looks a little bit more manageable than the other ones. Getting not greedy, but going for it off the tee. Oh, I said that, and then Dollar He's supposed to put it on the basket after I said all that.
Yeah, it is nice to see Dollar going back to the overhands though. For a couple of years there, he battled some injuries and you weren't seeing many overhands from him, which he was known for years. And he says these last couple of years, he's felt great, and he's like, I'm throwing the dumbers again like I used to.
Sweet. Tyler lays up from the drop zone, puts it right underneath the basket. He should have an easy tap in there. And Braden doing with a forehand as well. And he's tempting OB again. But he's in. We haven't seen a backhand yet from Braden. It's been all sidearm so far. The long look here for Martin for an eagle. Nice jumper at it. Oh, wow. Cashing it in. Let's get another look at that on the Ace Run Pro run back. Martin Kneece with the jumper. Got to be all of 60 feet there, maybe even more. And just catching just enough chain and just enough basket to fall inside. Very nicely done there. Dollar with this left for his birdie. Oh, he knew right away. Yeah. A little short left there. I'm able to save the par after going OB, nearly going OB twice. And Tyler able to save his par as well. Dollar, unfortunately, playing it safe and is going to take the same score here. Yeah. Martin expanding that lead a little bit more. Hole 3, you're playing from this elevated tee box here. It is a straight look at the pin. You can see it the entire way, but you do have to deal with this canopy of guardian trees before you get to the basket. There really isn't much OB to speak of if you find concrete one way or another that is OB, but that really shouldn't come into play. And once you get to the green, it is slightly tilted back and to the left, so you do have to be careful about your footing and possible rollaways. It's a trickier hole than what you first view here from the tee. Beautiful looking mid-range shot here for Kneece. Oh, he squares up that tree. I didn't nice him, did I? I think you did. That's typically what you'll see, something that's kind of flexing. That one slides down and is just outside the circle. So it made it through. It's well within Dollar's range. Dollar's such a flex thrower. He's known almost for throwing flex lines everywhere. Oh, that looks nice. Is it going to settle? Settles enough. Shot. Yeah. Oh, we have Braden going with the backhand. We're going to see a backhand. All right. Oh, that looks smooth. That is. Pushing the center line right up towards the pin. So he's going to be inside the circle as well. Over where? Oh. Long bid, and Martin giving it a long look there. Dollar lining up that step putt. Just a little bit low. That's one thing about Lake Olmstead is you get a lot of birdie looks. It's not a birdie or die course per se, but you do get a lot of birdie looks, and you want to capitalize on them like Tyler did there. It's a very gettable course for these pros, but it's like you said, it's not birdie die. They're not automatic, right? So they take a good amount of difficulty and skill to give yourself the birdie look. But yeah, you definitely need to capitalize once you're there. Like, I want to say probably hole 1 is like the most birdie or die hole. Everything else, there's some teeth to it somewhere. Probably so. I can't think of one off the top of my head. Maybe as we go along the coverage, one that kind of will stick out. But hole 1 is definitely one you want to get. Yeah.
Couple birdies, couples of pars there. Hole 3. Hole 4, a par 3 at 280 feet. Again, pretty straightforward hole, but there is some difficulty to it. As you can see, there is a slant left to right here, pretty much the entirety of the hole. There's a little bit of a downhill grade as well, so you need to control your hyzer and your skip coming into this green here. There's out of bounds, that roadway again working its way on the right hand side. Can become a factor, especially if you're going a sidearm at this particular green.
And the one thing you did mention is this low ceiling the entire way, basically.
Yeah, kind of matches the grade.
No.
Basically, that right there is what you're talking about.
Yeah.
As the hole kind of slopes down away from you, the ceiling also kind of matches that grading, just kind of forces that window to be smaller.
Another one cut down in his prime.
More of that same mid-range that he threw on hole 3. Looks like a buzz. That is on a string.
Yep. And that's how you want to play it.
Great execution there. Dollar with a subtle flip up. Very straight shot as well.
Mm-hmm.
And he's going to have himself a birdie look on this.
So again, a very simple hole, 280 feet, but birdie is not guaranteed.
Good
That should be
upshot.
an easy par for him.
Mm-hmm. Long look here for Braden on the right side.
And it stays to the right just a little bit, missing the basket. He should too have a easy look at a par.
Dollar capitalizing on a good drive there, getting his second birdie of the round here. 2 down so far through the first 4.
Braden hitting that one like he meant it. And Tyler coming in right behind him. And Martin with the bag on birdie putt.
Getting extra style points there.
So again, a couple of pars, a couple of birdies. Hole 5, you have this very tight initial gap that you got to hit off the tee. Then after that, the ride is not over. You have 405 feet you got to take on this par 3. Very slightly downhill, but a very tight tunnel. You do have these windows of opening to the left and the right, but as you get closer to the green, you have the low canopy and guardian trees to still deal with. And if you're trying to reach it off the tee, you're going to need some precision.
Yeah, this is a daunting tee shot. The flex line can work here, and you're probably going to see more than one of these.
Daunting for who? Not for
Martin. He's got it dialed in.
That right there is that's textbook.
I'm assuming Matt's going to take that same line that he just saw Martin take. So more of the flip up.
Yeah.
If I go a little more stable on the right side, and it gets knocked down a little early there. But it forces you to pick a route from the tee, and then you have to basically work that disc on multiple angles.
Yep, and you got to get it through that window too. Ooh, that one's staying turned over.
You have a
okay
jump putt approach there, maybe a jump putt run out if he's really trying to get aggressive.
I guess it is a little bit more open on the left side for that forehand route.
There's that backhand flexor, but this one looks like it's holding a little too long and actually gets kicked multiple times, but back to the middle of the fairway.
Oh, I didn't even mention that there was OB the entire length of the hole on the right, but
there's a lot of out of bounds on this course. You're going to see, it's called Lake Olmstead. We have a walker just nonchalantly enjoying the day, causing a little bit of a backup there. But yeah, Lake Olmstead, obviously from the name Lake, you figure there's going to be water, which will come into play.
Mm-hmm.
But there's just a lot of out of bounds of roadways. There's pathways.
Yep.
It's a busy park.
So was the dog taking her for a walk since the dog wasn't walking itself?
I didn't see a leash connected to her, so I can't make the distinction.
All right, Dollar trying to get this in for the par.
Lining up that envy.
There it is.
Knock it in. I will say that Dollar made the envy popular before James Conrad. Maybe not as popular, but he's been putting with those things for years.
Nowhere as popular. No one in disc golf history can make a disc as popular as...
I guess so. But I've had a Matt Dollar envy for years.
Me too. Now that I think about it, well, I have a lot of Matt Dollar discs.
Yes, we do.
I even have one of his discs from back when he was with Lat. It's like his disc.
Yeah. Oh wow, from his bag?
Yeah. Well, he lost it. I found it. He said keep it.
Okay.
All right. A little bunch there in second place, and Tyler right behind in the fourth.
Big shout out to our Patreon crew. Check us out at patreon.com/AceRunPro. Become an Ace Runner for as little as $3 a month. You get early access to content, exclusive content, monthly and quarterly giveaways, podcasts, all kinds of extra goodies. Again, patreon.com/AceRunPro. Hole 6. This is a fun one. It's a par 3. It's 300 feet on the dot, but a very tight tunnel the entire way up until about here. This is where it starts to open up here. The roadway, again, on the right-hand side is going to play out of bounds. You've got this pathway on the left, which is also out of bounds. You've got your disc coming from an elevated position down, so controlling the angle coming in as well as your fade is crucial here. We see a lot of shots veer off left and right off of the tee box here. Mid-ranges play well, putters. Forehand can work very well here, pushing that left side.
I think the forehand is the preferred shot until it does that.
Stop. Stays in bounds though.
Because with the right hand backhand, there's those two late trees by the basket that just really forces you to do something that the disc doesn't want to do.
It's right side the entire way. I'm assuming he wanted that to kind of just flip from the angle that he threw it there.
Yeah.
Looks like a Firebird again from Woz, but that's going to be a little stable. And nearly getting some spectators and going out of bounds.
Why you do a Firebird like that? It didn't deserve that rash.
It'll never be the same. This looks very ideal. Throwing it into that hillside, letting it check the speed. And
oh, yeah, that's perfect.
Okay. Thought it would dribble down a little bit.
I know. Me too, but he's going to have a tricky footing, but he's still the closest to the basket. The little kid coming down the hill.
We're pushing one out there on the forehand.
And
manageable there.
Yep.
Just trying to minimize any kind of damage there. Still has a look at the par. Woz here with a tricky look, so he's up on the street level there and kind of trying to chip one down to the basket. He's also got these power lines to deal with.
Gets around the power lines.
Well done.
That's manageable.
Martin still with a birdie look here.
Oh man.
Wow.
Is he
ice cold?
Is he unstoppable? Look at this. We're only 6 holes in and he's 6 down.
Yeah. Tyler here to save the par.
Off the top.
High. Oh no.
And the roll. No, come on. Stay in bounds.
No, you can't.
Oh my goodness, that's too much. That's too much.
He stays. They call him inbounds because he was touching some grass there, but that's as close as you can get.
Yeah, really.
There's some unfortunate luck there. Getting the roll away there. Don't do it again.
Okay. Yeah. Oh man, that's nerve-wracking.
Nothing worse than getting multiple rollaways on a hole.
I know, on one hole, right? Almost going OB. It's too much. All right.
Nice putt there. Good drive. Nice hole there for Braden.
Luckily, the footing wasn't too tricky for him.
Like Braden's putt, too. Very smooth. Tyler knocking home the bogey after going out of bounds. Dollar with the unfortunate double.
And that's, yeah, and not taking the OB stroke at that either.
I was doing the math in my head. I'm like, did he go OB? No, that was five shots.
Yeah. Hole 7. Now we see the lake over there on the left, and of course it plays as OB. We have a par 3, 260 feet, not that far, but you do have this low ceiling. You have OB on the right as well as the cart path, and you have a mando that you have to make, all while approaching this basket. The green is a little tricky. As you look over to the left, you see a lot of little, I don't even know what they are, just stumps or things that could obscure your disc, push them in or keep them out. A lot of stuff going on there, but a very fun hole to play nonetheless.
Not in the wind though. Thankfully, they're not in the wind today. I've played this in a blistering wind. It is not fun. That one coming up a little early, getting caught up in the stalagmites. I don't know. I know we're not in a cave, but that's what they look like.
They do, but they're wood.
Yeah.
And like, from what though? Like,
I have no idea what those things are, but
someone will tell us. Someone hopefully in the comments will inform us so that next time we do it, that's a little high. Commentary will be a little bit more well informed.
A little short. There's a long look for Woz if he wants it, but that can be a treacherous run for Woz. You've seen the backhand turnover. That's some trust there.
That is.
It's caught up and knocked down, but stays dry.
Okay. I think he'll have some tricky. They look like root vegetables right now, like potatoes or some.
And they're affecting his ability here to even execute a jump putt.
Yeah.
Oh my
goodness.
Gosh, just off the left side.
Very good bid, though. Very good. Tire comes up just a little bit short, hitting the front of the cage. Luckily, it stays still. Oh.
A little high there for Martin.
And Braden is able to secure his birdie. That's one thing that you do think about and try not to think about, especially when you're putting on a basket that's near the water. It's the potential for a rollaway and OB. That's just...
Or the air ball.
Oh, gosh. Yeah, that's why I'm surprised that Martin hit high, because normally, especially from his angle, that's something that you normally throw a little bit low because you're worried about what's behind the basket.
Yeah. Committed to the run, though. Martin still with a great front half so far. Braden with his third birdie. And we come to hole 8, a par 4 at 577 feet. This one is tricky. Out of bounds on the left-hand side. Out of bounds, top right, the roadway again. You're basically having your disc navigate this straight section here. You can get it near this bush here that we're flying by. You got 250 feet left to the pin. Power lines and a power tower on your left-hand side. And you see this fairway slopes right to left, which can filter your upshot out of bounds as well. And the green is perched also on an even steeper part of that grading.
There was a lot going on in 577 feet.
It is. This is a tricky one. That is turning, I think, a little earlier, and it gets a weird skip. It stays up on the platform and in bounds.
Okay.
It's almost you throw your shot and then you assess
Yeah.
on your second one, because there's so many different ways that you can play this hole. I don't think he was trying to throw a roller there, but looks like it turned over a little early on him.
Yeah. And you do have this gap that kind of like it's forcing you to hit this gap, which typically is an issue, but like you just don't want to be forced to do it. You know that there's trouble if you hit a tree.
Mm-hmm. Dollar always wanted to get creative.
Oh, wow.
A big sky roller.
Remember the gap I was just talking about?
Yeah.
Oh, yeah, forget it.
Thank you.
This one pushing down and curling back up in the middle.
That is a great position. He won't actually be able to see the entirety of the basket, but he'll have a better view than these other players have.
That Firebird one more time there. Skipping over to the right-hand side. We'll have to see how he ended up on that hill there.
Too high.
He says it's too high, and he is correct.
It's knocked straight down, though. There is a little bit of a low ceiling on this second shot as well. I like this outside line. If you can push this with something stable that's going to finish back to the right-hand side. Oh, and he
ended up going OB.
Bounds.
He went too far to the left.
Yeah, if you don't skip up high enough on that hillside, your disc will just trickle back down. See, Dollars is staying up. But I'm assuming that's what happened on the back end of Braden's shot.
Yeah, I believe so. I believe it landed inbounds, but ended up trickling down to the OB.
Good touch there. Just stay up on the actual hillside.
You see the top of the basket there from Martin's shot. And he's putting it right next to Tyler.
Braden taking his meter in from the out of bounds here.
I think this is out. Yes.
So he's going to try a step putt here around these trees and uphill.
Is he going around or is he going through? I can't tell from this perspective if he's having to go through the two.
Oh, wow. Either way, great putt.
Nice save, dude. Thank you.
Let's get the run back on that.
Coming up the hill. That was pace behind that one.
Yeah. If he didn't hit the change, he may have been OB on the other side. That's commitment.
Dollar with a long bit here is about circle's edge.
Yes.
Center. Beautifully done there by Matt.
Definitely want to see a little bit more green on the card. Oh, and Tyler's just a little high, hitting the band, but it stays put, luckily enough.
Par look here for Martin, and he centers that one as well. Martin really quick. I don't know if you can tell from the coverage and the footage here, but you got to be ready because once he steps up, he putts fast. Reminds me of the Robinson brothers a little bit in that respect.
Hole 9, we have made it to the turn. This is a par 3, 305 feet. Trust me, it's going to play a little bit more than that because you're going uphill. You can't see the basket from the tee, but you know that there's OB on the right and there's OB long of the basket. You can see the tree that is sitting next to the basket, so that's really your aiming point. A lot of players are going to go with a forehand or either a turnover to try to make it up and over to the basket while staying in bounds.
Tyler pushing it near that power post there. He's going to have himself a long look from there.
Braden go with the forehand, and he's going out around the pole.
Oh,
wow.
Goodness. Nearly dropping it in and staying right by the pole. Beautiful shot.
That was great.
Similar line here for Martin.
Inside the circle. Easy putt for him. And Tyler following the route, but he's coming up a little bit shorter than them. Never mind, he's right there.
Yep. Took the wider route.
Yeah, it was a different angle. I didn't think it was going to get all the way back there, but it did.
Dollar first to putt here. Lining up the stepper once again. Wow. That one floated on him there. Didn't look like there was much on that grass when he was testing the wind, but that one definitely picked up.
Oh.
Jeez. High left, but that one could have caught.
It could have. It may. I'm looking at the basket. Does it look like it's tilted maybe a little bit? goodness. Dollar hitting the basket again. I don't think Dollar like these huge cages. When they have baskets that big, I think they just get in his head. Because back at
Opelika, the frostbite.
Yeah,
open.
the frostbite. It's the same thing. It was those particular baskets that just.
Yeah. These do look, weird. There's just a little bit more girth to them.
Yeah.
More height. They're chunky.
Yeah.
What a shot there. Braden with a drop-in birdie. Having himself a really solid front nine here.
Mm-hmm.
He's just 3 off of the pace right now. Martin strong front nine, but Braden trying to keep up there as well. That wraps up the front nine here from round 2 of the Augusta Classic from Lake Olmstead. We will have the back nine of this particular round here as moving day during the 2022 Augusta Classic. Check us out on all our socials at Ace Run Pro. Give us a like, share, subscribe to the channel. We've got more action coming your way this off season and for the 2023 season. Of course, big shout out to our Patreon crew for helping to get us out to these events. We'll see you on the back nine, round 2, Augusta Classic.